Guys, this video is for the people who cannot stop scrolling on Instagram, who mindlessly scroll, wasting away their precious lives, causing them all this anxiety and causing them this bitterness, this jealousy, all these negative emotions that do not serve them any longer. Okay, and I wish the younger me knew this. What if the girl you're waiting for a DM from on Instagram is actually blocking you from looking up and seeing the woman of your life right there in front of you? Your time cannot be replaced, folks. Instagram will not give you your time back. There's no achievements for you if you spend 8 hours a day on Instagram. So I'm about to tell you 3 different ways you can create a healthier relationship with social media, specifically Instagram, okay? And I'm not here to tell you to get rid of it completely, because even I know that we all need it. There's so much good that comes from social media. But how do we disengage from all the bad, all the negative side effects that we didn't really sign up for, that we've just been thrown into, that we've been manipulated into? All right, guys, so listen up. When I'm on Instagram, I constantly find myself comparing myself to people, to celebrities, people I don't even know, who cater themselves in such a specific, in such a pristine and valued way that just isn't real. And that's one thing I want to let you know right now, little me, is that it's not real. None of it's real. Okay? What's real is right here. It's this room. It's this blue screen. It's this cup of tea. It's the interactions we get to have every single day. Okay? So let me make that clear. Social media isn't real. Okay? So the first point I want to make is out of sight equals out of mind. What does that mean? Quite literally what it says, that's what it means. That means get your Instagram, get your phone, get this thingamabobber out of sight. If you really think about it, you don't actually need this. I know that sounds crazy. Well, Sebastian, what if there's an emergency? I know. There's a time and a place for this. How do I get where I'm going? I know. There's a time and a place for this. Don't get me wrong, I use Google Maps. I use all these apps that help me convenience my life. What I am challenging you to do is get rid of it when you want to be in the present moment. You got to be conscious about all this. And so what's worked for me is quite literally leaving my phone in the car every time I go out. Every time I have a family gathering, every time I have I go to church, every time I go to the grocery store, I leave my phone. Because do you really need it? Let's be honest. Can you make that grocery list on a piece of paper? Yes, you can. You don't need your phone. The less you have your phone on you, the less willing and able you are to mindlessly tap on Instagram by accident and then lose 20 minutes or an hour. So out of sight equals out of mind. Get that shit away from you. Sometimes I will throw my phone on the couch because I'm like, no, Instagram cannot get control of me right now. Okay, delete the app. I know that sounds daunting. Know that it's not the end of the world if you don't respond to someone on Instagram or DM someone you've been meaning to DM, or don't comment on someone's baby photo post. Well, you need to realize it's more meaningful to connect with someone over FaceTime, over a coffee date, over any real life interaction where you get to see the visuals of their face, the audio. So anyways, point number 1 is out of sight equals out of mind. Okay? Next time you go to a movie theater, don't bring your phone with you. I challenge you. I promise you. It's not going to be easy the first couple rounds, but I promise you, you're going to forget you even needed your phone in the first place. Trust that the world is safe. Trust that you are going to be safe. Trust that you're not missing out on anything. Okay? I know that's what we all fear. That's what I feared my entire college career. Missing out on the party, missing out on the text from the girl, missing out on an opportunity to go do something. I wish I knew that it was always going to be there. What if you leaving your phone in the car means the universe, God, source, whatever you believe in, presenting you an even better opportunity simply because you're actually focused on the present moment? What if the girl you're waiting for a DM from on Instagram is actually blocking you from looking up and seeing the woman of your life right there in front of you? And I wish I realized that sooner. Okay, so point number 2 I want to make is new hobbies. Guys, you can't just... I know it sounds easy for me to say, oh, just delete it, just get rid of it, just leave your phone in the car. But it takes more than that. It takes a conscious effort of removing these negative habits of mindlessly scrolling and then replacing it with something healthy, something beneficial, something of service, real service to you. It's like that Indiana Jones movie when they go into the temple and then they find whatever the fuck they were supposed to find, and then the guy grabs whatever the fuck that is out of the thing and then replaces it with something else really quick. Why does he do that? Because if he doesn't replace it with something, then all hell will break loose. They won't get out of there. They'll be stuck exactly right where they started. And it's the same concept applies to social media. If you just take away social media, well, you're going to have withdrawals. I had withdrawals. I tried going 6 weeks away from social media, and by week 2, I was on it more than I've ever been on it before. My whole communication system went to Instagram. It was no longer text or call. It was all Instagram. And so just like Indiana Jones, you need to replace it with something. And what does that look like? Okay, well, you can replace it with, I don't know. For me, it was playing guitar. What have you been wanting to do? What new hobbies have you been, your intuition has been telling you to do, but you haven't had the time because you've been too busy, or you've been too in the wrong headspace, or you've been waiting for the right moment to do something. What is that thing? Because for me, it was playing guitar. For me, it was actually reading books after college. I didn't know how beneficial that was until I put the phone down. For me, it was spending quality time with family. It was getting closer to God, getting my ass to church. What is it for you? Think about it. What have you been wanting to do? Imagine you put that thing away. How much time would free up for you? How many amazing opportunities you'd present to yourself simply by filling that 3-hour gap on your phone every day with something else. Think about it. So you need to fulfill that gap with something else, something healthy, okay? And the last point I want to make is disengage. Okay, Sebastian, I tried those things. It's not working for me. I tried getting it out of sight. It's not out of mind. I tried picking up new hobbies. It's not really doing it for me. Okay, I get it. I was there too. But if you simply cannot grow the strength and courage to delete it, which is okay, I was there too, then stop engaging with it. Give yourself permission to have Instagram. Don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up over it. But stop commenting. Will you stop sharing? Will you stop DMing? Will you stop liking? Will you stop sliding up or swiping right? Just stop. Can you do that for yourself? Because I promise you, the moment you stop engaging, after a few rounds of doing that, is the moment you'll start to begin to realize, well, shit, no one's really wondering where I'm at or why I'm not commenting or posting or engaging with them. Because that's the truth. No one actually cares. That was my biggest worry. Is like, oh, what if I stop engaging with people? Are they going to wonder where I'm at? Are people going to even be interested in what I have to say anymore? Are people going to be worried? No. I thought that if I got rid of Instagram, people would be running to me, asking me, where the frick have I been, Sebastian? But I'm telling you, that doesn't happen. Okay, because that connection isn't real. People are too worried about themselves, and I'm not shitting on anyone here, but it's just not real, plain and simple. And it might take weeks, it might take months to realize that. And I don't blame you if you re-download it after 2 weeks of trying. But when you re-download it, what are you going to do with it? Use that time wisely. Be intentional when you go on Instagram. Set that boundary before you go on Instagram. And what does that look like? Okay, well, you know what? Hey, shit, I'm about to download Instagram. I know I shouldn't be doing this, but it's fine. It's fine. Here's what I'm going to do. Sometimes I'll even write this out. I'm going to set a timer for 15 minutes, okay? And I know those 15 minutes are going to go off and I'm still going to want to stay. And I'm going to set another timer for 5 minutes after that. So I get 20 minutes total for the day. That's all I get. And I don't care. I'm going to lock my phone. I'm going to delete Instagram. I'm going to throw it away. And my hands are going to be off. Okay? So when you take that perspective, you're not really losing Instagram. You're not losing anything. You're gaining your time back. And time has so much value. Your time cannot be replaced, folks. Instagram will not give you your time back. There's no achievements for you if you spend 8 hours a day on Instagram. There's no award. There's no certificate. And look, I know if you're on social media and it's part of your job and it's part of your life and you make an income from it, great. I do that. Trust me, I get it. So guess what? You don't need to get rid of it, Buttercup. You just got to set a boundary, man. A healthy boundary. And these are the 3 steps to doing that. Getting it out of sight, finding new hobbies or old hobbies, and disengaging. And I promise you, my promise to you is you will create a more fulfilling, a stronger identifying life that you actually resonate, that has been waiting for you just on the other side of that social media app. It's waiting for you. And all it takes is a choice and an intention. And it's not going to be easy. So thanks for watching, guys. If you liked any of this information, if it helps, leave a comment. Let me know what you'd like to hear. And I can't wait to see you in the next video, okay? Cheers.